This is the Ironwood Upcut36 cutoff saw, fitted with a tiger stop pusher and gauge system. It is a very high quality, under table, upcut saw. You'll see what that means in just a moment. This saw is designed to cut materials to length, round, square, rectangular, or other profiles. But we bought it primarily to cut rod and tube stock. We'll review the features and benefits this saw can help us deliver. Chief among these is the precision and quality of cut that this saw provides. In addition to precision in dimension, this saw also provides precision in squareness, flatness, and smoothness of cut surfaces. But before we get into the details, let's take a look at the saw in operation. The blade, which is 36 inches in diameter on this saw, transits upward from under the cutting deck or table through the material and then returns to the under table position. This is why it is called an under table upcut saw. This is the tiger stop system. It pushes the material through the cutting area of the saw to very precise positions and can be set to repeat this operation as many times as needed. The benefit of this accuracy and quality of cut is that machinists and fabricators will spend less time machining parts that we furnish with precise, square, smooth, and flat surfaces. Shops that buy standard lengths and cut their own workpieces typically use horizontal band saws like this one to do this cutting, and they produce rough ends, irregular surfaces, and they do not cut with the precision of an upcut saw. They then must spend considerable time when they are machining parts, and we're talking about turning work done on a lathe or turning center, in order to get the surface finishes and dimensional precision they need. So they will typically cut blanks or workpieces considerably oversized to allow for extra material to finish to the part specification. This is wasted time and material. Workpieces cut from the upcut saw will greatly reduce the need for them to do this. Most of our competitors use horizontal band saws for cutting rod stock, and they cannot provide the level of quality and precision the Upcut 36 can. We provide accuracy of plus 60 thousandths minus nothing on this saw as standard, which is very good and certainly better than can be achieved with a horizontal band saw. But if you have a customer asking about closer tolerances, call Greenville and see what they can offer. The answer will be based on size and material. The kerf on this blade, the width of the teeth on the blade and therefore the amount of material that it removes per cut, is 0.205 inches. So to allow for this kerf and tolerance, and we will always furnish parts oversize only, so customers can finish to the called out dimension, calculate a 0.250 inch overage per cut piece. Speed of cutting is another major difference between band saws and this saw. This benefits our customers and us. Band saws are slow. A single band saw cut on 10-inch diameter rod would typically take over a minute, and depending on the saw and material, some would be even slower. This saw will make the same cut in 10 to 12 seconds. Customers who do their own cutting to length will save substantial time and material buying cut-to-length workpieces from us rather than cutting them on their own saw. Another consideration for furnishing cut-to-length pieces is that sometimes it will save on freight. Long lengths of large diameter rod might have to ship motor freight or in separate packages. Cut-to-length parts will often fit into smaller boxes and therefore be able to ship UPS or other package carrier. The maximum size the Upcut 36 can handle is 12-inch diameter on round or tube stock at lengths of no less than a half an inch. The Upcut 36 can cut square or rectangular stock up to 6 inches thick by 24 inches wide. The Tiger Stop system is designed to easily handle up to 10-foot lengths. The clamping system of this saw allows us to cut almost the entire stock length of rod, even when cutting short lengths, with very little waste, depending on diameter, as little as 1 to 2 inches drop per length of rod. Many bandsaw clamping systems cause them to only be able to cut within 5 or 6 inches from the end of a rod or bar. That much material can be wasted with each stock length. Again, this is an opportunity to save the customer money due to reduced waste. All of our branches have some ability to cut rod stock to length up to certain diameters. This saw is intended to fill the gap between what you have and what you and your customers need, especially in handling larger diameters. The quality, precision, and efficiency this saw provides gives us another solution when selling rod stock. We should ask our customers if a cut-to-size workpiece would benefit them when we're getting calls for rod stock, and we need to be prepared to tell them what we can offer with this saw. This capability is something that we should sell and not give away. The investment in this saw was about $40,000, but more importantly, the cost savings to our customers in terms of time and material should easily offset a small price premium for a better buying option that will save them time and money. For most jobs, there will be no charge to your branch for this cutting service. But for larger jobs, there will be a small charge, so you'll also need to include that as part of your landed cost when quoting cut parts. Here's a quick and simple guideline for knowing when there will be a cut charge and how much it will be. For diameters up to 7 inches, for 200 cuts or less, there will be no cutting charge. For over 200 cuts, 35 cents per cut for all cuts. For diameters over 7 inches, for 150 cuts or less, no cutting charge. For over 150 cuts, 50 cents per cut for all cuts. Okay, let's have a quick review. Remember, this saw can cut up to 12-inch diameter on round or tubular stock, and up to 6 inches thick and 24 inches wide on square or rectangular stock. Plus 60 thousandths minus nothing tolerance on dimension is standard. Allow 1/4 of an inch, 0.250 inches overage per cut. This takes care of kerf and tolerance, and allow for 2 inches loss per stock length for clamping. The most effective way to source material being cut in Greenville that is not already in stock is to let them order material directly from the manufacturer. And always remember, get a few points for the value of this solution. Remember that our rod transfer policy applies to cut-to-length pieces. The information on this policy can be found in SharePoint in the Operations and Safety page under Miscellaneous Operations. A few clicks will get you there. In the meantime, good luck and good selling.